So we're here at EGX, we're looking at Eldest Souls. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Francesco from Fallen Flag Studio. We are a small studio based in London, and this is our first title.
Oh, so looking at it, I'm guessing it's obviously got a lot of influence from the Souls kind of caliber of the world. It's got a very different thematic art style. So what's your sort of drives behind that?
So Eldest Souls is basically our take on the Souls-like genre, and it's a bit of a mix of a boss rush and an RPG. So what we took from Dark Souls was the gritty and kind of dark fantasy world, and as well as the stories kind of introduced to you. So we're not going to tell you much about it, but you're going to need to go around and interact with NPC if you want to learn more about the story. But at the same time, for players that just enjoy playing the game, you're going to be able to just go around and go straight into the boss fights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you are feeling a bit of a masochist and you don't want any kind of help from skill trees and anything like that, you can just go straight to taking it on one-on-one. Kind of like you can in Breath of the Wild. You can go straight to the last boss, 3 hearts, no items, just do it hard mode effectively, yeah.
You can basically decide to play the game how you want. We're going to have a different progression system from a classic RPG. So we don't have equipable items, but we're going to have a talent system, which is very much like World of Warcraft. So it branches in different play styles.
Okay.
And then each boss gives you a shard, which is a unique ability. And those abilities combined with the talents is what you're going to give you your fighting style, let's say.
Oh, yeah, see, I had a play of it and I didn't get as far as killing the first boss. I am obviously not very good at this game. To unlock the talent tree system, so I didn't actually get to see it, but I did see some footage of it in the background. So how kind of in-depth does that go? Are we talking sort of 3 or 4 tiers of different like levels of the tree?
Yeah, so in the game you're going to have between 9 to 10 bosses.
Okay.
And each of them is going to give you 1 shard and 1 talent point, and then you can probably unlock something else if you go and explore. I don't want to spoil you anything.
Yeah.
And usually you lock into one of the 3 base tree lines, which are mobility, offensive, and defensive, and those kind of branch out, so you can change a little bit the basic mechanics of the game.
So you said there's about 9-10 bosses. So how is the world laid out? Is it kind of just a free roam, sort of one big world, or is it several pieces kind of stitched together?
So the game at the beginning is a bit linear because we wanted to have control on the difficulty, but almost like straight from the get-go, you're able to branch out, so decide what boss to go to, and then progress into the game. And the maps are quite big, but still you can just go through the boss, try to find the room, and then go in. But if you take time and then explore, I think you're gonna have fun finding little spots that are be hidden, and then unlocking the secrets.
Yeah, that sounds really good. So what can people expect to be playing it on? What platforms will be coming out on?
So PC is confirmed for now, and we hope console as well, but we don't know yet.
Okay, and whenabouts are we looking to get our hands on it?
We don't have a release date, but we hope early 2020.
Early 2020. So how can people find out about it? Are you on Steam? Are you Kickstarter?
We are not yet on Steam. You can go on our website, fallenflagstudio.com, and you can subscribe to our newsletter and get to know more about the game.
So Tommy, how did you actually get into being a programmer on an actual title that's going to be released?
So I'm the co-founder of the studio, which is called Fallen Flag Studio. We were 2 students last year. And then we came to EGX to showcase the game. We had the chance, and then we got picked up by a publisher, and that's how kind of we got into the industry. We were already studying into games, so we have a little bit of knowledge, but we still think that this is probably the best that happened to us because you learn way more when you're actually doing like a game. It's so much different to what you get taught in a closed settings like a classroom.
Yeah. So it was 2 of you. Is it now still 2 of you, or has the team grown?
So we could expand the team a little bit. Since we were 2 programmers, we had the foundings to get some artists, and then other collaborators that were already working for us, get them on a payroll and that kind of stuff. So yeah.
Oh, that sounds brilliant. So how do you guys, because I imagine it started off as quite a passion project, so how do you balance that work-life balance? Because obviously it's a passion project that's now become a full-time job. So do you find yourselves burning the midnight candles and going too far, or do you actually manage to rein it in and have actually step away and get some free time?
Yeah, so we basically started working more on the game, of course going full-time on it. And being students is very hard because many times you go back and you need to redo a lot of things. As you do stuff, you get better. So you want to go back and try to fix what you did.
Do a lot of refactoring.
Yeah, exactly. So those are kind of hours that we count extra on the work that we really do daily to try and keep the schedule.
Oh.
And the schedule as well is a bit weird because having no experience and no seniors, it's a bit of a like a blind guess, let's say.
Finger in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll do.
Yeah, maybe in a week, maybe in a month, not
Yeah.
sure. And yeah, probably that's what most challenging at the beginning. Since being students, we were planning already ahead on the progress that we were thinking we would make. Also accounting on, oh, we're probably gonna get better at doing this or doing that, but maybe that was not happening.
Yeah.
So
So have you found the relationship with the publisher being, obviously, because you guys are fairly, new to it and fairly, inexperienced, have they been supportive? Have you found that they've been quite sort of rigid with their timelines, or how's that been?
oh no, that's been great so far. I mean, that's what was a key when we choose our publisher. That was our first thing. Like, and they've been super supportive from the get-go. The game pretty much stayed the same. So they basically just told us, we're gonna support you. We like the game already. We're just gonna help you to, envision and finish what you actually started. So that's been like very, very good. And they, they're bringing the game to the convention. They're basically letting us, live our dream a little bit because we're starting to do this.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So what sort of advice would you give to anybody either, going through uni now or just about to start uni, or even if they've, done uni and they've gone off to a different tangent to try and get into the industry, because it's a very tough one to actually break into?
So I think what helped us the most was working on something that you very much like, and that basically drives you to spend more time on developing something, an idea that might come out more unique to the public. And yeah, I mean, the problem with probably the going from the university is that sometimes you spend too much time on what is required from the university, but not what is good to look on the portfolio.
Yeah.
So that's definitely an advice, having a project outside university that you can show to already like studios, or you can show to publishers, and always give it a go, because you don't know what's, we happen to be here by chance and then we got picked up. So
Wicked. Well, thank you very much.
Thanks to you.
Cheers.